Welcome back to Majestic Mayhem. I'm Death Dealer.
And I'm Pink Pickles.
And how was your week?
My week was actually pretty good. Um, yeah, I had a very movie filled week, which we'll get to that. We can hear about all the movies that I watched that I enjoyed some, didn't enjoy some. Um, no, I guess I really did enjoy all of them. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I enjoyed all of them. But we had a little Halloween party this weekend. So it was funny. Anthony, Frank, and Fred were over, and Friday night we went and we were buying snacks. We were getting ready. So I'm putting all these snacks in the cart, and I was like, oh God, I don't know if I can eat all these. And Anthony's like, but that's the fun of the challenge. And I was like, good point. How many snacks can I eat? So I still have some left over, but that's okay. And I have snacks for this week. So
You gotta have options. Options,
yes.
options, options.
But it
Always.
was but it was funny because we're at Perry's shop
Mm-hmm.
watching the movies, and I have my feet up on another chair, trying to get comfortable. I was like, man, I wish I had a blanket. And they're all behind me, and they're like, oh, there's a blanket back here. I'm like, pass it up. So anyone who came into the shop, if they looked over in the other room, here I am, like reclined in my you know like a desk chair, right, like an office chair, with
Yeah.
my feet up on a second chair, cocooned in a blanket. But let me tell you, I was comfy. I did not fall asleep. I was ready to go.
That's funny. That's
Yeah,
fun. I don't
yeah,
blame you though. I would do that. I would
yeah. So
absolutely do that.
so it was good. So I was your week.
Active. Oh, real active. Got to go hunting. Terrorize the local villagers. Cause magic. Mayhem everywhere. Chaos reigns supreme. Good time for me. It's my favorite time of year.
Yeah,
I don't get to just go off and collect the souls all the time. This time of year, I get to go hunting for the really bad apples whose time is up. Beautiful thing. I get
yeah.
to give a hand sturdy. Can't kill death, so it's like, I like trying. Fun for me. I don't know about them, but I don't really care. So,
I like that you still have your makeup on. You're prepared. You're still in the mood.
yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I plan on terrorizing the villagers later. Are you kidding me? After
Yeah.
this, plan on terrorizing them again. It's that time of the year.
Well, hopefully the weather's been nice. I know last year we had tons of rain, right? And you had like hurricane winds come through. Has it been dry this year, or have you been still been getting rain, or have you lucked out and you've been
Been dry, actually. We're in a rain deficit for this time of the year, which I guess that's okay right now because we'll probably make up for it later.
Mm,
Through the rest of the month before you holy crap. Um, it did rain today though. It rained for probably a couple of hours today.
okay.
So, but it didn't rain hard. So it's probably just enough to get the ground wet so we don't light any fires.
Yeah.
Can't ask for anything better, I guess.
Well, that's good. Hopefully the weather stays good. No high winds or anything.
Hopefully they just
Yeah.
stay away. I'll take the cold weather from them though. I'm not even gonna lie. That is one thing I do like about the storms is that it brings colder weather usually from up north. But you guys aren't really doing too great on the cold weather up north either, so
We
there's really nothing to bring.
we have a cold front coming in tonight. Today was 70. Today was like the perfect day. We have a cold front coming in tonight, so I have to look at the weather again, but I think they said that in the forecast there's no more 70-degree days in our forecast. We have dropped down into freezing overnight a few nights. So, luckily for what I can see out the whole week though, it's like high 50s, low 60s, down to 40 overnight, so not too bad. Yeah,
Not bad at all.
you know,
Oh, I
we'll
would
see.
kill for like a nice evening in the 70s before it hits midnight. That would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be real nice. You get the high 70s. I've had the high 70s lately, and well, mid 70s around 10 o'clock, but that's not great when there's no wind blowing. I
Yeah.
mean, this whole weekend was it worked out in my favor. This weather has worked out in my favor. There was no wind this weekend. So my trail is basically leaning on the fact that there's fog machines and a lot of them. So
Mhm.
you can't, and low lighting. So I didn't really decorate much, to be honest. I really, really didn't. I more or less set it up so you're walking through dark and foggy ass tunnels the whole way. And it's great because you don't know if it's real, if it's not, if something's gonna jump out at you, if it's not, it works. Um, because there was no wind all weekend, the fog went nowhere. And I mean
Oh, that's
nowhere. So
perfect.
the fog machines would just go off repeatedly, and
Yeah.
it would get so much to where you could not see 3 feet in front of you. You're not, you know, all night people, "I can't see." You were warned about that. You were warned about that. There is a sign that says, "Low visibility. You ain't seeing nothing. Good luck."
Yeah.
Godspeed. I actually went out a few times to the people in line to tell them, like, "Yeah, no." I had some parents ask me if it would be too scary for their kids.
Because of the fog or just
Just
in
because
general?
just in general, just from it
Okay.
being a haunted trail. Is it gonna be too scary for our kids? And I'm just looking at them. I look at the kids, I look back at the parents, and I'm like, "I don't know your kids. I don't know. It what what do I look like to you?" I mean, seriously, do I look like someone you should be taking parenting advice from right now? I
Yeah.
mean, all honesty. I'm
Yeah.
telling your kids, "You look delicious. I could eat you whole." And you're gonna look at me and be like, help me make a parenting plan here. This is too scary for my kids."
Mm,
I don't know. I don't know your kids.
yeah.
I They got all upset when I said that. "What do you mean?" And I was like, "I don't know your kids. I
Yeah.
can't tell you if it's too scary. Are your kids afraid of the dark?" "Oh, well, we one of them is very afraid of the dark." "Okay, how about being able to see? Do they get nervous when they can't see in front of them, even with their eyes open?" "Well, nobody really likes that." "It might be too scary for your kids." Just throwing that out there. If it's scary, if do you hear the adults screaming? Yeah, those are adults. What do you think?
I feel like shouldn't you just know, like, my kid is not old enough for a haunted house, right? Should it just be something like, maybe I should not take you to a haunted house. I have to wait till you're a little bit older.
I'll be honest, I when it comes to taking kids to haunted houses, I have watched very questionable parenting decisions, and I say this as someone who not only brings my kid to them, my kid works in them, and, she's been exposed to all things horror related literally since she was a baby.
Yeah.
This kid was wandering around my house at a year and a half old with a severed hand after a Halloween party, and she would not let me put it away. She had that thing for a whole year. I had to wait an entire year to put it back with the decorations. She wouldn't let it alone. Um, I see parents that take their kids knowingly, that they know their kids do not handle scary things very well. Their kids are usually very nervous on a regular basis, and they'll take them
Mhm.
to haunted houses and then yell at their kids for being scared. And I think that that's absolutely wrong. I can understand the aggravation of if you've got to travel somewhere to get there, like you've got to travel an hour or two to get to this event, and then God forbid you've got to spend a lot of money getting them into the event for them to decide 5 minutes in, "I don't like this." Well, that's kind of the choice. chance you took by doing that. You should probably start with a smaller thing, less expensive thing. That way, when the kid decides they don't like it, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, my kid's gone to things and she wasn't necessarily ready for that particular. She likes haunted houses, but there was a haunted house shoe and she did not like it at all. It was too much for her. And I'll admit, I did not expect it to be that extreme. Um, it was my bad for not going first before I brought her. But we were very understanding about her being upset and not wanting to go in any other houses that night.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, that's fine. You don't have to. We're not going to do this. But I've seen parents yell at their kids. I don't care. One mom, I watched her at SeaWorld's Hall of Scream yell at her kid that kid was probably about 10 years old, which kids shouldn't have been there anyway at 10. I'm sorry. I don't think large theme park experiences are for younger kids. That's just my personal opinion. I don't care.
Yeah.
That kid was too young in my opinion. Too much walking, too much just going on in general. Neither here nor there. Kid was crying. Kid was losing her mind. She wanted to go home. She was very unhappy. She was pleading with her mother. She was apologizing. And mom's only response was either you can suck it up and stay the rest of the night with the family, or I'm going to take you out to the car and you can sit in the car by yourself for the rest of the night until we're ready to leave. First of all, I'm pretty sure that's illegal. You can't do that here. Even at nighttime, it's still too warm. The kids freak
Why?
you out, so you're gonna take them somewhere to be alone in the dark by themselves. Makes sense. So when the kid turns 18 and you don't hear from him anymore, it's gonna be a huge shock, right? You won't understand why
Yeah.
it happened. You were so nice to that kid.
It just like, why do you get mad at your kid because your kid's afraid? You know what I mean? Like,
I've seen it on all the extremes. I've had parents get upset with me for scaring their kid, and I've
yeah.
had parents yell at me and get in my face that I scared their kid. My only response back, as calm as could be, is you brought your child out here. You knew what was going to happen. There's signs warning you at the front of my trail in particular that this might be too intense for some people.
Yeah.
This is what might be in the house, which it is what's in the house. Make that decision on your own. If you can't read, I apologize for it,
Yeah.
but I can't do anything about that. You also had a verbal warning from the person working my front door that told you this, and this. If that's too much, this is not for you.
But like I said though, don't go to a haunted house if you don't like scary things. Right? The whole point of a haunted house is to get scared. So don't go if your kid is not old enough to handle it, or if you as an adult cannot handle it,
Oh yeah,
right? Or
yeah,
like go on kids' night or something, right? Because a lot of haunted house places do have a children's night, children's day, afternoon,
yeah,
whatever they have. Like,
yeah.
go there.
Oh yeah, no. We actually have a train ride that's less intense and
Yeah,
very child friendly. In fact, it has a bunch of random child Disney themes on it, like or not Disney, child Halloween themes from
yeah,
Halloween movies and stuff, characters and stuff. Hell, we got a mermaid sitting out there. Like, I don't know how much more friendly you can get than that. And then there's a special maze that has zero scares in it
yeah,
for children. And again, I've told people I don't know what to tell you. I Do you want me to walk you back out the front way you just came in? Because I can promise you right now, getting any further into this, it's not going to get any better.
yeah.
I just love when the parents are like, oh my God, this is so intense. It's almost over though. I'm like, no,
It's really
no,
not.
it's not. Not even close. In my section alone, you've got about 8 more rooms to walk through. And then I genuinely don't know what's down the road. I really don't, because I have nothing to do with that. But I know there's always something going on over there because they like to get people at the very end as they're walking. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it's like you're essentially going to be walking right into a scare zone after you walk out of my trail.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I love the ones that get mad though, and they get super mad at me. Oh my god! I've had people tell me, "I'm gonna file a complaint on you." Okay, please do. Tell them you want me fired. Get me fired. I beg you, please. I've really. There was one lady. We actually had a little scraping match. I'm not even. I lost my composure. All professionalism just went right out the window. She threatened me, and it just went,
Yeah.
okay, game on. Yes, you mean to tell me I get to swing out in the dark? Oh, glory is happening. And she decided to, after it was all said and done, I'm going up there to make the biggest complaint. I'm gonna get you in trouble. I'm doing da 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 da. And I went, I do you one better. I'll beat you to the front. She thought I was bluffing. I wasn't. I ran right up to the front office, went right into the office and said, "Hey, guess what I just did, guys?" She walked up while I was standing there telling the whole story, word for word. I didn't lie. I dropped every F bomb, B bomb, all the whole shebang. Like, oh yeah, nope. I called her this, 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 and this. I said this, 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 and this. Not a care to be found in the world. And I looked right at her and I said, "So, how would you guys like to discipline me? What would you like to do? Do you want to fire me? Do you want to suspend me? I'll take it." She just looked at me, looked at her, and went, um, sure, there was a reason. We'll talk to you later, sweetheart. Have a good night. And I went, okay, and laughed my happy ass out the office. And she's like, I'm not gonna stay mad. I genuinely don't care. Not to
Yeah.
mention, I feel like that's way better of a revenge than anything I could do, anything I could ever say to her or do to her. Just me walking off like,
Yeah.
file that complaint. How'd that work out for you? That's not the only time I've done that either. I will tell on myself if I get into it with somebody.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, they're gonna find out about it anyway. It's never a secret, and if you're not wrong, you won't deny what happened. So
Yeah.
if I'm gonna do it out in public, I'm sure somebody's probably filming anyway. So I'll fess up to my sins. Thank you. I have no problem. I heard some long-haired hippie guy died from a long time ago, so I feel like I'm in the clear on that
Yeah.
one. I don't know about anybody else, but wild thoughts.
So Sir X Man, who is, I don't know. Okay, it came up in green, so I don't know if it's saying he became a member for 8 months. He's been a member for 8 months. I have no idea. But you did something, Sir X Man. So we thank you because I don't even know what it means. But he said, "Happy Halloween, ladies. Enjoy yourself. Be safe." I even
Always.
I have nowhere to wear a Halloween costume, but I bought a Halloween costume last week.
Everywhere. You wear them everywhere. It's that time of year. Wear it to the grocery store. Go shopping in a T-Rex costume. That's my advice.
Well, Halloween is on a Friday, and at my job there is a building where most people sit. I don't sit in that building. Out Then there's a parking lot behind the building, and behind the parking lot um is a smaller little gated yard with like a couple little buildings. So I sit in one of the little tiny buildings. So just me and then my employees are with me, but all of my coworkers and everyone above me all sit in that building. So it's only like I can walk when I go to meetings, I go to a building, it takes 5 minutes to get there. So like I asked everyone in the building, like, hey, Halloween's on a Friday, are you guys wearing costumes? And they were all like, no. And I was like, I actually have a costume this year. So the one guy was like, I don't know, I might. So I have to see it. I wonder if I have a staff meeting that day.
What's your
I'm gonna have
costume? What is it?
Do you want to know or do you want to be surprised? Because I could wear it one week. Next week, I guess.
Okay, yeah, show me next week. Show me.
Okay.
Show me.
So with Windows latest update, you cannot click. You used to be able to click the corner of the screen and get the calendar. You can't anymore. Pisses me off.
Well, next Sunday is the 26th.
Yeah, so Sunday's the 26th. Yeah, so and that's a Sunday before Halloween.
Yep.
Okay, so I have to wear it next Sunday then, so you can all see what it is. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so earlier this week, I watched The Village. Now, I know that you said that you didn't like The Village. So why do you not like The Village?
I was disappointed with the end. That's honestly, that's all it is. If they had, I thought the entire premise that this village was
Oh,
in the middle of a forest in a nature preserve in modern day times. There'd have been an ooh cool twist, but it was like there. Eh, I don't know. It felt very flat for some reason. I don't know if it was the way it was executed. If it would maybe if she had ran out of the woods and gotten shot or something, you know what I mean? And like nobody knew this village was there type thing. Like maybe that might have been a little better, but like the fact that the forest park ranger knew about the thing and gave her the it was like the best.
see, I actually I liked the movie, and I totally did not see the twist coming. That is not at all what I would have guessed. And when you get to the build up to the end, and they have the for those of you who don't know, I mean, we ruined a 20-something-year-old movie for you. Get over it.
Yeah, again, I
How
hope you
I
had something else.
I have to say though, I'm impressed with myself that I did not ruin it for myself. All of these years, I managed to never hear what the twist was. I even looked it up before I watched it and still managed to not see the twist. So when the build up to the twist, the blind girl is the one that they send through the
Mhm.
woods to
Yeah,
survive. And I'm like, why are they sending the blind girl? Out of all the people, like that's the last person that you want to send. She's got to go through the stupid woods. How is she going to do it? What's going to get her? Then the twist is that it's all like fake because they created their own society in the middle of a forest preserve. It made perfect sense that they sent the blind girl
yeah,
because she doesn't know what was outside. And I was actually watching earlier today. I was watching some guy who it was like a 40-minute long video, which there was no way I was about to watch all 40 minutes. I think I made it 5 minutes in, but he was talking about different Easter eggs that were in the movie and just various things about it.
yeah.
He was saying that she knew what happened when she left the preserve, but she's keeping the secret to like preserve the way of life because she wants to be with her man and she knows that they're not equipped to deal with modern society. And I'm just thinking, no, she didn't know. She does know that something's up because her dad did let her in on the secret that the elders wear the costumes. She knows something was weird when she made it out of the woods because the cop, the little boop boop from the sirens, and she was
Yeah.
like, "What was that noise?" Because she doesn't know what it is. So
Mhm.
she knows she heard something weird.
Mm.
Obviously, she climbed a metal ladder because the guy got the ladder to get her back over the wall. I'm just assuming it was a metal ladder. Um, she knows something is up. I do think that she willingly is not going to question it
Mm.
because she probably doesn't want to know, right? And she's better off not knowing and just living in the world that she knows and having her man get better at everything. Um, what I hate about movies like this, though, is I get so mad at the end because at the end, she's just like, I brought you the medicine,
Yeah.
and then ends. So I
Yeah.
guess I'm supposed to just assume that he survives, but it's like, I wish that there would have been 60 more seconds of the movie. We could have had the nice little fade out montage of like it's a year later and they're happy together or something that I would know that the guy lived. I absolutely despise how movies end so abruptly.
Mhm. Well, I feel like the biggest plot hole of all is that you've got a bunch of obedient teenagers that didn't rebel and run out of the village. And here's one for you. I want to float this by you. When they show you the picture of the original members that founded this stupid thing, um, how many families do you think were made for, and how long do you think those generations are going to be okay until inbreeding becomes a huge
Oh, I
problem?
had that thought too. I
Like
had
that
that thought too.
that was the first thing that crossed my
Yes.
mind is, oh my god, that's gonna be gross. Because if they were already close enough to be like, "Here, let's start this random village commune thing in the middle of nowhere," you mean to tell me some of them weren't already family? Like,
I mean,
it
okay.
makes for an awkward conversation down the road.
Well, I did like the movie. It did have its problems. One of the biggest flaws that I see is that the whole premise of them saying we faced so much heartbreak in our lives that we wanted to go back to a simpler time and not have the pitfalls of modern society. That entire premise to me is flawed for the sole fact that like look at what the opening scene was as you were burying a 7-year-old kid. You can't tell me that when you're giving birth without hospitals and modern medicine, I'm sure your birth mortality rate is higher than it is in the modern world. If the guy has this much money, why would he have not just made himself a commune? So you could still have the luxuries and not maybe not even luxuries of modern life. You could have the scientific advancements of modern life,
Yeah,
but you could still live your isolated, simple lifestyle that you want to keep you away from everybody. That's
yeah.
that's what I just think is it just come on. No one's going to cosplay as the 1800s if they don't have to.
I mean, no, no. I am not even the biggest fan of
Yeah.
the clothing per se. I mean, yeah, it's comfortable, but it can be in the way at times, and it doesn't always. Yeah, no, no. Medicine alone would be enough for me to go, no, thank you.
Yeah.
The idea of unmedicated childbirth.
Well,
No, I
just
had
think that
medication and it wasn't fun.
well, just think that uh, you could get a routine illness and probably die from it. Think how many times you get sick and you take medicine, or even maybe you didn't die from it. You probably, instead of something that would clear up in 2 to 3 days, you now are suffering for 2 to 3 weeks. Or maybe you have complications and you have now have lifelong problems, weaknesses, injuries, illness, something as complication. I just think there's a lot of just routine illnesses that probably are not
Scabies.
routine anymore.
Think of it as scabies. That would infect
Yeah.
the village like a plague. And how do you get rid of scabies without modern day solutions? I mean, how did they get rid of scabies back in the day? I've never thought about that. How did they get rid of scabies back in the day?
So I want to. So Cerebral Paul, you said that you guessed the ending. What within the movie, if you remember, what within the movie made you think that it was set in modern times? Because, like I said, I had no clue. I
The
had no
blind girl
clue
getting sent
at
to go get the
all.
medication
No,
out of all the people
I
in the
was just like,
village.
why are you doing this? This is so stupid. I can't believe that this is what you're doing. I can believe that the teenagers didn't run away because they used fear. They used fear to control them. So I get that. Um, Even when the blind girl was scaling the wall, I was like, this is weird. Why the hell is there a wall? I don't understand. I didn't expect her to pop out into the modern world.
I
Like,
thought it was weird when they told her to go through the forest and she never had an encounter with the dangerous creature that everybody
well,
that
there was
attacked
one
the
of them.
guy that she needed to go get medication for.
Well, no, wait, though. Though she knew that it wasn't real because her dad showed her the little hut with the costumes.
For it's a long time.
Yeah, so I'm assuming he told her that like we use the costumes, but then the guy, Adrian Brody, who has whatever he has, uh, he put the costume on. He's the one who stabbed Joaquin Phoenix, but then he found they had him locked in the room. He found the costume and broke out, and he was going to kill her in the woods, but she ended up killing him because she fell into that giant pit that she made
Yeah.
out of. So then she ended up near the pit again. So she stood there. He ran at her, and then she jumped out of the way, and he fell into the pit and died. Um, okay,
His
so
was
Cerebral Paul says that he knew because M. Night Shyamalan, you're in the mindset of there's a twist coming. So
true.
he said there was just a bunch of little hints that he saw. See, I Sixth Sense, I didn't see that one coming. The Village, I didn't see that one coming. I don't know if I'm just don't pay attention enough. I don't know.
Didn't see the Sixth Sense one coming because that was his first one, so I didn't see that twist coming. Um, the Village, I knew there was going to be something up, just like that. What the heck was it? Lady in the Water or whatever. I knew there was going to be something weird with that one, and yeah, there was not good weird, but weird.
Yeah,
Um, and then that newer one he did, Old. That one, I'm pretty sure most people were like, "Yeah, we see this coming from, like, a mile away. Of course there's an evil corporation involved. Who would have thought? Gee, money and people and pharmaceuticals,
yeah,
bad. Ooh." I feel like he just plays into it too much. I think he should
yeah.
just do, like, comedy or romance or something for a little while to give us all a little bit something different.
Would it be funny that he does like a romance movie and everyone's just on the edge of their seat waiting for a twist and it never happens and they live happily ever after?
And yes, I agree. The Unbreakable series is one of his best. However, I feel like that was an accident. I don't think he meant for him to be that good, and I don't think he meant for them to kinda go together originally. I think after he did the second one, the hell was it? The weird animal guy thing, I can't think of it. Yeah, after he did the second one, though, people were like, "Oh." I think, yeah, then he went, "Oh, we need to release a third one."
Okay, so I had to look it up because I didn't know what it is. So it's a it's a Bruce Willis movie. But are there multiple? There's three of them.
Yes and no. In the second one, he's in it for, like, 2 seconds in a restaurant making a comment, and he references the first movie that he's actually in, and he's in, the third one.
Okay.
They're all in the third one, I should say.
Okay, so it's a superhero thriller film. Hmm.
So they're not bad, not bad. But like I said, I don't think he meant for them all to go. together originally. I think that was a fluke.
He accidentally made a
Split.
good series of movies.
Yeah. Split, that's what it was. Split. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll have to check them out.
If
So,
anybody,
so, so
if
the big
anybody,
one. Oh no, sorry. Go ahead. Go, go.
listen, if anybody says, well, he's gone on record saying that those movies were all supposed to go together originally from the very beginning, I'm called bullshit. You can say whatever you want after the fact when people start making their own and you go, that sounds like a good idea. I'm going to take credit for that. I'm just saying. Other people have done it. He would not be the first, and I wouldn't even be mad at him or blame him for doing it if it was what he did. I'm just
True,
saying,
because
like,
you
there's
can't
an
prove it
actor.
either way, right? You
Exactly.
don't. You don't know
Yeah.
what's in his head.
Go go ahead. What were you gonna say?
So I haven't watched those. So maybe I'll have to. I'll have to see if we have it. If we don't, maybe Frank has them since he likes them. I'll have to see. So this weekend, Friday night, we watched the first 4 Final Destinations, and then Saturday we watched 5 and 6. So I've now seen every single Final Destination movie in order. Um, if I had to rank them by how I like them, I'm definitely going 1 and 2. The bottom 2 are 5, then 4. So for the middle, do I pick 3 over 6 or 6 over 3? That I'd have to think about. I'm not sure. Because I like the story of 6 better, but I like the actual movie and kills better in 3. Because what I didn't like about the series is as it kept going on and like CGI became a thing, like it just got cheesy. The kills got cheesy, and that's what I didn't like. And I feel like 6 was better than 5 with the cheesy level. Like 6 kind of I think went back to the beginning a little bit, but it still was kind of cheesy. Um 4 and 5 at that point to me it felt like they were just phoning it in because every movie is set up exactly the same. Like the giant industrial size bottle of rubbing alcohol. That why does everyone own a bottle of rubbing alcohol that gigantic? I don't know. The only person it made sense to own was the tattoo parlor. Of course, they own an industrial bottle. Anyone in their house, nobody has a bottle that big, right?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, they pull that out. Or, something tips over and then you see something rattle off. Like, it's just the same setup every time. And 4 and 5, it just felt like, okay, we're just gonna have a different character name and a different kill, but we're not changing anything else. It just was like, ugh. The reason I like 5 better than 4 though is the last 10 minutes of 5.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see the twist coming. I did not see that coming at all. Um Sorry for those of you, we're going to ruin it. Again, these are all old movies, minus 6 because that came out this year. So if you didn't see it, this is on you. Sorry. But at the end of 5, you go through the whole movie and it's like, oh, this is the same thing. This is slow. The action scene at the end, and then they get on the plane because they survived and they're going to Paris. And then you find out they're on the plane for the people in the first one. Like it ended up
Right.
taking place
180.
before. Yes, because the whole time I was like, they like how come they didn't talk about googling flight 180? That's what everyone other movie talks about. Why didn't they talk about it? And we were like, okay, maybe they just got tired of bringing it up. But that's why they did it, because it was before the flight. So I thought that was a good ending to it. That's why I like 4 better than 5.
Yeah.
um yeah, Frank said the ending of 5 is beautiful. Feel like they could have ended the franchise with that. I agree.
Yeah.
See, Cerebral Paul said 6, they tweaked the formula a bit, but it wrapped up the story. I like 6 because I think the concept I just like the concept of your entire family's not even supposed to be here. So death is coming for all of you because none of you should even exist. So I thought
Yeah.
that was cool.
I liked that. I just wish they had added some of the previous since they were, it's what supposedly was supposed to start it all and whatnot. It would have been nice if they had at least done a slight mention, like, oh, the family, one of the families that, somebody, the grandparents, another set of grandparents that made it out that wasn't supposed to make it
Yeah.
out. Those were the grandparents for, the main character for 2, or you know what I mean?
Yes.
Something like that would have been a nice little, like, "Hey, hey, hey, did you guys see
I
those movies? Did you see them?"
I agree. I didn't like that they just there was a whole mass of people that died and they didn't talk about any of them.
No, it was pretty much Flight 180 never
Yeah.
happened, the lug truck never happened, the bridge, it's like, guys, like, I'm not even mad if
Yeah.
you wanna necessarily be like, "This is" if we wanna recon the entire reason for all of it, that's fine. It's literally death list. I mean, like, who cares? Not a big deal. Um, but to act like none of these deaths
Yeah.
happened at all, like, buddy, you're the 6th in the franchise. I don't think you really get to do that. It didn't work well for a lot of the other movies that have tried to do that.
Yeah.
Just stop while you're ahead.
Yeah, I agree. They totally should have referenced the all of the other movies. And they could have just referenced some of the like more memorable kill scenes from the other movies because obviously you're not going to reference every single death, but
Yeah.
then it gives you a chance to talk about the roller coaster accident or right. And one of the movies, I forget which one, there was a photo, and actually, was it the sixth one? I don't know what. No, it could have been the sixth. Maybe it was the fifth. There was a photo. They had been on the same roller coaster from the other movie. But it was just a nice little like Easter egg. And yeah, they totally could have done that in the sixth movie. Um I do like in the sixth movie too, though, how we found out how Tony Todd really isn't connected to all this. Because the whole time I'm like, why is this guy a creepy coroner? This is just kind of weird. But then it made sense because he was there on the night in the beginning as a little kid, you know? Oh yeah, that's right. The massage parlor guy with the acupuncture. Hey, he had the same smoothie the tanning booth girls had. But I feel like you could have had so many more of those little Easter eggs, and they could have mentioned it.
Yeah, no, I mean, all the other movies have played nice little moments and talked about even if they only talked about the other movies for a second, they
Yeah,
mentioned things. And yeah, CGI has done way too much, and
yeah,
it is not good. It is just, and what upsets me the most about the Final Destination movies with the CGI is the fact that every single one of them, if you watch the behind the scenes and the making of and all that, they tell you in almost every single one of those movies, they did practical effects. They absolutely did practical effects from start
yeah,
to finish. And then in post production, they decided to add and layer CGI on top of it. And in my opinion, in some of them, it just made it look even worse. Like, the 3rd one, they did all practical effects for them, and they actually show you what the practical effects before they added the CGI to. And I think, like, the one where the guy's, in the gym working out and the machine malfunctions and all,
yeah,
that kill before they added the CGI looks amazing, in my
yeah,
opinion. It looks great. With the CGI, it's very CGI.
yeah.
It's disappointing, but I also prefer practical effects over CGI, even if the practical effects aren't great. I prefer the practical effects because I got bad news for a lot of people. A lot of blood doesn't look the way you think it does. Accidents don't
Well,
look the way you think they do.
that's one thing. So the on the bridge scene when the one guy fell and then he hit the bridge abutment and it was just that really stupid bright red splash of blood, and
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, well that you just killed it. You just that kill now is so stupid because that was just so cheesy. Like there wouldn't be that much blood. It wouldn't be that bright red. Like it was just you should have had him bounce and left it like a spot. beneath him, and then he could have fallen in the water. That would have been that. And it's like, yeah, you've ruined it. You ruined the kill. I don't like it anymore.
Actually, I actually placed my finger wide open the other day. You can't see it on camera. I swear it's there. It still hurts when I touch it because, of course, why wouldn't it hurt on your fingerprint? You gotta touch everything with it. Band-aids don't want to stay on your fingertips. Believe it or not, go figure. Let me know when they fix that problem. Blood does not look the way you think it should look. It is not the correct color or consistency that it should that everyone else thinks it looks. I have this problem every year when I'm doing special effects makeup and setting up props and things for the trail and whatnot. Um, because real blood is actually very much bright pink. When it first comes out, it is very much bright pink and it is very watery. We are mostly water, so it is extremely watery and thin, and it runs and it got its clear moments at times. Now over time, when it's drying, it gets a little darker,
Hmm.
but it's not as dark as you think it should look.
Yeah.
I trust me, I've tried to do makeup extremely realistic, and it just looks bad. It just like, if this was the right color that it would be, yeah, no, it would just look terrible.
Yeah.
It just so
So I
I can
knew,
appreciate it, but you
and
can
I
never
think
have it look realistic.
I think it was Mill who asked me like what were some of my favorite kills, and I knew that would be a question that someone was going to ask. Me being me, we all know that I watch movies and I forget them promptly to the point that I had to keep asking, "Wait, what was the roller coaster movie? Which one was number 3? Which one was number 4?" Because I was getting confused in my head, even though we watched them all in a row. So I looked up earlier, like, what are some Final Destination deaths? And I found two different people, no, three different ones that ranked out what the deaths were. And I have beef with two of these because two of these they put as their number one, like, best, most horrible death. For Final Destination 5, the stupid gymnastics one. I thought that was one of the worst deaths in the whole franchise. It was so ridiculous. Okay, so the girl is on the uneven bar swinging around. Okay, the fan up
You
above
tell.
drips water. The water hits the electrical cord for the fan. The fan like sparks itself on. It blows, that white, oh my god, why do you like it, MILF man? It blows that white powder, the chalk that you put on your hands for grip. It ends up blowing that. So now the girl who's on the uneven bars, you can't even see her because she's in this cloud of this chalk. Okay. She, like any normal person, right? You can't see. So what do? You go for your full on dismount, and she does all the little flips to dismount. And she like falls and bends herself in half backwards, and like all her bones break and stuff. And she like that's how she dies. One, I mean, that just wouldn't happen. Like that's not how your body works. She wouldn't break in half. But if you
That was annoying me. So
right, I'm not
just
a gymnast, but if I'm on the uneven bars and all of a sudden I can't see anything, I'm not going for my full dismount. I'm going to try to stop my momentum, hang on to the bar. So maybe I'll like loop around a few more times, but then I'll eventually slow down and stop. I'll be hanging vertical and then I can just drop to the floor. Why on earth would you do your full dismount? You wouldn't because you don't know what's out there. You don't know what happened.
no, no.
It was just so cheesy.
We're about to find out another small random tidbit about Death Dealer. I've done gymnastics. I don't care for it because I'm not great at it. Be the first one to say. I am extremely but I used to be weirdly flexible though. Yeah, no, I have to say that that probably is one of the most unbelievable kills of the
Yeah.
franchise. Because yeah, you would not it is an extremely dangerous sport, And quite frankly, I'll be the first one to say when I watched that originally, her folding in half like that, yeah, it looked extremely fake, but at the same time I went, "Oh my god." I've seen people break things. It is not
Yeah.
pretty by any stretch of the imagination, especially when you're watching them do something so beautiful and graceful, and they've got this beautiful momentum going, and then it's just like smack, knee pops out of place, legs twisted the wrong way, foot turned the other way. It's like, "Oh, what just happened?"
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, if you can't see in a gym, there would be there was a whole lot of safety issues with there that you're not allowed to do in a gym like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was extremely unbelievable, but I have to give him credit where credit's due. The folding in half was gruesome. Just
Yeah. Oh,
even
it was. Yeah.
it, yeah, oh, oh, oh.
So
I was
so
worried about that when I was a gymnast. I always worried about folding in half the wrong way.
So Milfman asked if I like where the girl goes to get laser surgery and the doctor forgets about her. That's one thing too that like on one hand I think is funny, but on the other hand it was kind of annoying about the series is how like do you go to the doctor's office and the doctor like leaves you alone for like 10, 15 minutes? Like in all the movies, the doctor randomly leaves the room and it's like, please, this would not be happening, or they would not leave you at that point to go leave the
Yeah.
room. Um
It would
like
be a lawsuit waiting to happen if
yeah,
they
so
did.
many of the same situations set up, and it's like, "Are you kidding me?" I did like the laser surgery. I wish, though, that she would have died from the laser because it was so stupid that she just fell out the window because she wouldn't have fallen out the window. That's not what would happen. Like, there's different glass on those windows than on, like, ground level windows. I wish like I said, I wish the laser would have killed her, but I like that one. I like the dentist one because you're like, well, I thought he was gonna die, suffocate because he wasn't getting the oxygen anymore or something. I liked how the stupid little plastic fish comes in and starts to choke him. Like I thought that was funny. I wish that's what would have killed him.
I
Um,
hated that his age was so ambiguous
yeah,
and you couldn't figure out. That was one thing that it never really dawned on me the first few times watching it until someone else asked me like how old this kid was supposed to be, and I sat there for a minute and wait a minute. How old is this little shit supposed to be? Because he's like the doctor's talking about him smoking cigarettes, but mom's still talking him in and kissing him and, babying him like
yeah,
he's like a 12-year-old child, not a 15, 16-year-old child. I've known a lot of teenage boys in my life. Hell, I had a bunch of them in my house when I was growing up. I've never known a teenage boy to be that ambiguous with you know what I mean? It was like, how old is this kid supposed to be? Because he looks almost like he's 20, but
yeah,
he acts and he's treated like he's 12.
yeah.
But I thought his kill was amazing with the glass. That was
Yes, yes.
beautiful,
See, and I
beautiful.
and I like Cereal Paul. I like the red herring, so you think something's gonna kill him and it doesn't. I like that, and I like that you're always looking like, what is it? What is it? What is it? Um, I also can't believe how little parental involvement there is in every movie, starting from movie number one. Like all this stuff is happening, and it's like, wait a second, all these people just watched somebody die in front of them, and then the cops are just like, all right, see you later, and everyone just goes home. Like no one calls a minor's parent to be like, yeah, your 16-year-old just witnessed a gruesome death. um yeah, it just blows my mind.
As someone who was around after, well, who was alive before 9/11, I can guarantee if you were a minor and your flight got canceled, they were calling your parents
Yeah,
to have an adult come get you. You weren't allowed to just run out.
yeah.
Bye. No, 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 no. It was something.
So when I was looking at some of the other ones that were ranked, um, the MRI and Bloodlines. Yeah, I thought that was good, but I just the lady would shut the machine off. Like, I thought that was a decent one. I would not rank it in my top 10, I have to say. Thought the tanning beds were good, although as a female, I didn't need to see boobs so many times, you know. Yeah, the guy getting squished with the glass, that's a classic one. I like the twist of them get back on the plane. I liked in Bloodlines, I liked when she got put in the trash truck. I thought the actual kill was so cheesy with the CGI and her head getting squished, but I thought that was a great kill only because, you know, she says, "Oh, well, this is what could happen," and they're all laughing at her, and then it really does happen, but to somebody else. So I thought that was good. You know, had they set it up. Um, in the first one, how he gets hung in the bathroom on the little clothesline. I thought that was a good one. I liked the entire building collapse in Bloodlines. I thought that was good.
That little boy getting the chunk of the building falling on him. I'm not even gonna
Yes.
lie, because we saw that in the theater, right? I had to see it when it came out. I
Yeah.
had to. I watched all of them. I was like, okay, I'm going to watch this one in the theater too. And that whole time that kid was managing to get out of the building while all the chaos was going around, I was like, man, please don't let this little shit get away. Do not let this.
Yes.
He was such a little brat. They made him extremely unlikable, so you would not feel bad
When
for
he
him
got
dying.
squished.
Like, you wanted him to die.
Yes.
You were
Yes.
waiting for it. So when it finally happened, the whole theater cheered. I kid you not. I cheered.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yes! Yes!" I can appreciate that they at least know when to make a character unlikable. However, I wish they didn't always go to such extremes to make them unlikable. It gets to be a
Yeah.
bit much with certain characters. Frankie Cheeks comes to mind.
Yep.
Why was he so utterly obnoxious? Not to mention, they also, there's a line, he's been graduated. Why is he hanging around high school girls? That will get you put on a list, I'm sure.
But see,
But everyone just makes it like it's normal.
I feel like his level of obnoxious though is the proper level of obnoxious because like that little kid, you just wanted to punch him in the face and you were
Yeah,
hoping that he died. You were like,
yeah.
I cannot stand you. You are that bad.
Oh,
Whereas Frankie Cheeks was just he was obnoxious, but you knew that he was obnoxious, so you knew like, okay, we know you're gonna die, and I can't wait to see this. I felt like that's they
he's the
wrote that
guy
in
that
the
you
proper
know.
way.
Yeah, he's like the guy you know in
Yeah,
real life that unfortunately you know him. He knows who you are. He's gonna say hi to you, and as soon as you see him, you're just like, oh god, here he
yeah,
comes. Hey, how's it
yep,
going? Look at the time. I gotta go. Bye. You know, we all know one of those people. Everybody knows one of those. Whether it's a man or a woman, who am I to judge? There's plenty of women I know too that as soon as I see them like 70 feet away, I start rolling
yep.
my eyes going, "Can I leave before they notice me? Do you think they saw me?" Let's hope they didn't. Um, yeah, no.
I
Mm.
also I really liked the the one where I think it was the second one where they used the jaws of life because they crashed. No, was it the second? Yeah,
Yeah,
the second one had
the jaws of life, but the
had the
girl
water stuff,
smoking,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
so the girl she crashes into the farmer's field and she's
yeah,
sitting there smoking. She's just a bitch.
yeah,
Not necessarily that I wanted her to die because she was a bitch, but I was just like, God, you're annoying. She tells the guy to hurry up. He uses the jaws of life. The airbag goes off and pushes her head back, and the plastic pipe had come through the seat, so she dies. I thought that was a good. I thought that was a really good kill. I like that one.
yeah. That was yeah, that movie had some pretty good kills though,
I
honestly, especially the barbecue exploding, that one was funny.
yeah. I I was kind of a fan of the bridge, but I couldn't really get into the whole bridge scene because as an engineer, it was flawed. And I was just like, this is ridiculous. This is how it wouldn't fail this way. This is what would happen. I think if I was not an engineer, and I hadn't taken all these classes in school, that I would have liked it a lot better. But I was just like being practical about it. But I thought that was a good one. Just the concept of the whole concept of the bridge coming down. But it was funny because Frankie, when he goes home, he has to cross a bridge that's like over a mile long.
Oh God.
So he was like, Pickles, that's not a suspension bridge, is it? And I was like, don't worry, that's not a suspension bridge. You're okay. I know they've done work on it recently, so you're good. I know it's been inspected. Do not panic. He's like, I'm going to panic. I have to go over it. And I was like, but don't worry, it's not a suspension bridge. You're going to be okay. You're going to live.
If it makes him feel any better, you can, if it makes you feel any better, you can always take pleasure knowing this. Because Florida roads are always being worked on, there's a good possibility any given time when you need to go on the bridge, one of the bridges is being worked on while you need to go on it. And if you've ever been on a bridge while they're working on it, that in itself is nerve wracking because there's gigantic pieces missing,
Just
just
like in the movie.
so
Yep, they cut him out.
part gone. And I don't care much to drive on the bridge anyway because people do not know how to drive, and you're not supposed to. On one of the bridges I go on every once in a while, you're not supposed to change lanes once you get onto the bridge, and people do anyway. So when they do that, and then you add in the fact that you've got two of the lanes closed because they're working on one of them, or they're working on the supports, or whatever, insert problem here.
Yeah.
Um, we also had one where a boat hit it, so they had to fix it because the boat hit it. Like that was great. My only question was, is this safe to be on? Because the boat dragged all the way underneath the bridge, the whole length of it. It's like, is this safe? I don't care if you're closing down one or two lanes. It would through all of them. I'm still alive though. We made it over. My car, I should say my car. You can't kill me. My car's still alive. That's the important thing. The car's still alive, and it did not get flooded, so we're good on
Yeah.
that. Great on that. Yeah, no, Final Destination will make you realize problems you didn't think were issues. You
Yeah,
totally
things that
know.
you didn't think were problems that you never worried about, now you think about.
Although I have to say, I did have to have an MRI done recently. I didn't even worry about it. Although I forgot to take my rings off when I got in. I took everything else off but my
Yeah.
rings. I completely forgot they. I don't notice them anymore. It's been there for so long. Might as well grow into my hand. And I didn't realize they were on until I went into the machine. It turned on. I set my hands on my stomach and looked down and went, "Oh no!" I hit the little call button. I'm like, "Hey, I still have my wedding rings on, and I still have my belly button ring in. Is this a concern? Do I need to be worried they're gonna rip out of my body?" Like, well, your belly button ring. I said, no, it's gold. And she goes, oh no, you'll be fine. And it was. Didn't even Nothing even happened. I was like, well, that's interesting. So I guess the movie exaggerated a whole lot then. I'm not testing things out.
Well,
I'm
no,
just
but
saying,
it can happen, and it probably depends what kind of tests are running, or
oh
maybe
yeah.
where. Because I think even though you're in the tube, not everything is on at all the times. Because there have been real life cases where
Oh yeah.
people get killed.
No,
Um,
they asked me if
there
I
was
had
some.
any metal inserts anywhere,
Yeah, there
pins
was
or
there was
anything.
one recently where the guy like brought his mom from NRI, and he had like he didn't tell him that he had a gun on him or something, and then the gun ripped out of his pants into the machine.
Well,
Um,
there was actually after the Final Destination movie came out, there was a guy that got killed in an MRI accident with a I think it was a wheelchair. I think the wheelchair pinned him into the machine and ended up poking a nice hole in him or something.
yeah.
But his family's suing. But apparently he shouldn't even have been near the room. He wasn't supposed to be near the room. They turned the machine on
Mm,
not knowing he was there type of thing. I
yeah.
believe. I could be confusing it for the movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know it happened around the same time. That's all I know.
So the only other thing that I could not believe about all these movies is I feel like at a certain point they just wanted to find out what kind of racist stuff they could put in the movies. They were like, "What can we get away with? What can we
Yeah.
have these characters say?" And we were like, "Holy shit, we cannot believe that you said this. We cannot believe this is the scene. What how we're like at this point it has to be intentional. This isn't just like it didn't happen once that you like set up the movie, right? Because there was the one racist guy which then worked out nicely. He got dragged behind the truck. That was like,
Uh-huh. Why
perfect.
can't we be
Yeah,
friends?
it was a perfect death for him. But the other ones, I was like, come on now, this has to be intentional. You have to just be like, let me put this in the movie because I can get away with it. I
I think they
was,
do. I think at one
yes,
point they just start I honestly think after the first movie, they were like, "We should just make our characters fairly unlikable, so
yes,
that way when we slaughter all of them, nobody cares.
yeah,
Nobody cares." And I think what they're missing is that, yeah, Carter from the first movie was somebody that the fans liked after the fact because he had growth in the movie. He
yeah,
started off as a jock dickhead, and I mean, he was still kind of an asshole throughout the movie, but he slowly started getting a little like, "Okay, this kid, he's just a kid, you know,
yeah,
he's not really a bad person, he's just figuring it out, you know, not excuse but you know what I mean? You saw growth
yeah,
in the character from him just being a straight prick, unlike some of the other characters, there's never any growth.
yeah.
There's none whatsoever. But, I mean, I digress.
But I'm glad I watched them all because looking back, I had only seen one and two. I didn't even see three previously, or at least I don't even remember seeing it. If I did, I definitely did not see four and five previously, without a doubt. Um, so I'm glad I got to watch all of them, and it was fun to watch them all in a row. It was fun to just see everything and kind of see the progression, see how the stories some tie together, some didn't tie together. Um, but I thought I heard, I don't know if this was just rumor or if because we were talking about it, if this was just rumor or if they're really making a seventh Final Destination. Um, Googling it now because I don't see. Yeah, 2028. This is on IMDb. Final Destination 7, 2028. It's a direct sequel to Final Destination Bloodlines. Filming is expected to begin between fall 26 and summer 27. The film's working title is Final Destination Omen, though it will officially release as Final Destination 7. See, I don't I don't know. I don't understand this. So it does tell you, okay, set 1 year after the events of Bloodlines, the story receives the return of surviving characters Kimberly Corman and Officer Thomas Burke from Final Destination 2. The two embark on what should be a peaceful cruise holiday, but fate has other plans. When a fellow passenger, Kevin Reagan, Toby Maguire, I hate him, experiences a chilling premonition of a catastrophic disaster that will kill everyone aboard, he unwittingly sets in motion death's design once again, dragging Kimberly and Burke back onto the kill list. Okay, so that's kind of cool that people who got off the kill list are getting added back on. That's a good twist. I do like it. Denzel Washington's joined the cast as an FBI agent, so that's kind of cool. I like Denzel Washington. I really hate Toby Maguire though. So that sucks that he's going to be the main dude with the premonition.
The problem with his acting is, actually improved over the years since we first started, so I'll give him some leeway on that one. Um, I haven't always liked all of his work, but, I mean, he's probably gonna die in the movie. Imma
Small
let it
small
ride.
victories.
Imma let it ride.
But there's other like Bob Odenkirk,
Mhm.
Penn Badgley, Laura Linney, Brenda Song, Regina Hall. So like I said, Denzel Washington joined. I'm glad there's I was gonna call them brand name people. I don't know what to call them, right? Like established actors, because that was my other complaint that the group had when we all watched it together is that you had known actors in the first movie. When you get to like 3, 4, 5, well, I guess three wasn't bad, but like 4 and 5, it was so not heavy on the story, and all
Yeah.
the people are so generic looking. It was hard to tell who remember who was who and who was doing what because they all like it's just here's generic character and generic scene.
Mhm.
So I'm glad that there's actually people now um, that will know. Wait, are you saying why are you saying Denzel needs money? Does he really? You don't think he has money? I
Yeah.
bet you he does. Even though he's not like a big actor right now, he's still Denzel Washington. I bet you he's got money in the bank.
Yeah, I imagine he's good. He's not taking just any work. You
I
don't see
mean,
him all over the place taking crappy movies just to get work. So I imagine he's made some fairly decent investments. A lot of them usually
I
do.
mean, and you don't hear about him in the news like Nicolas Cage buying, castles and stuff. I mean, maybe he really is. I'm just saying you don't hear about him like blowing his money on stupid things.
Yeah. All right.
Um,
This was a question we got asked a while back. Did
okay.
you watch any of the extras from the movies?
No.
You didn't. Okay.
No.
All right. Because Grimo asked. Oh wait, that's not the right one. This is it. That's extras. And I did watch. I think I pretty much watched all of them except for Bloodlines, because that one's obviously it's not out on DVD. I don't have it yet if it is. I think the best extras for all of them, honestly, is probably the third one, only because the DVD was interactive. You got to choose their death pretty much.
Oh, that's cool.
Um, didn't really change much in the way of the movie outcome, but that it was a neat little extra they did, in my opinion. So I thought that was pretty cool. As far as extras go for the DVD. That one was my favorite. I wish they would have done that with more of them because it was fun.
Yeah. That is pretty cool. I should go back and watch. I think we didn't um watch them because we had to watch so many. We weren't going to take the time to watch them. You know what I mean? Like if we
Mhm.
had just watched them one at a time, we probably would have because we normally do look through extras, but we got 6 movies to get through. Plus then we watched Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
Mhm.
Um, you know, we had to hustle.
Okay, okay. So what did you think of Nightmare on Elm Street 2?
Okay, I've seen it before.
Mhm.
I don't know why that's the one they wanted to watch. Um, did they mean to like make that as a big gay movie, or was that just unintentional because it was the 80s? Because that like, come on,
That has been a topic of debate
right?
in the horror community
Yeah,
since that movie came out.
yeah,
The lead actor is gay. Okay.
okay,
Um, supposedly, in some of the interviews, and he actually has an entire documentary on that movie and the gayness of it. Um, it was supposed to be gay. A lot of the euphemisms in it are,
wait, did you say he was supposed to be?
yes, the character is gay in the movie. That's why he has a hard time with the girlfriend, and he has a
Okay,
much easier time with talking to his guy friend. And there's
okay,
little nods here and there. Supposedly, they didn't know the actor was gay when they made the movie, or they originally hired him. At some point, they found out or whatever, and just started kind of. Now I'm going based off of what I can remember in some of the behind the scenes interviews and things, even from years later, of this guy talking about it. After they found out he was gay, they sprinkled in a few more gay references. Whether or not that's true, I honestly don't know, because this is just from his perspective,
yeah,
years after the movie's been out and it's been topic of discussion. I don't know. I wasn't there, couldn't tell you. Um, I don't know why. they chose to make a horror Freddy movie based around
Yeah.
figuring yourself out. It seems a bit odd for a horror movie to me personally, but at the same time, I mean, if you're trying not to stick to the exact same thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't it
I mean, I'm
to
not
me, the
mad
whole
at it.
thing's just wild.
It's just kind of funny, you
Yeah.
know.
I mean, to me, the entire
Um,
movie is kind of wild because Freddy, comes into the real world not by being pulled into the real world, but by
yeah.
taking over the kid's body, and the one party goer stepping up to him at the pool party, and he's like, "That cool," or whatever he says, and it hitting Slash. I mean, the whole thing is just so comical. It's I don't think it was supposed to be serious. I don't think it was ever supposed to be a serious horror movie. Maybe that's why they kinda rolled with the themes they did. I don't know. I don't. And it's fun.
So when the movie started and Perry was like, 'cause like I said, the way we were sitting in the room, everyone was behind me. Um, and I hear him say, because he's talking to all them, and he's like, "Oh, she's not even watching, or she's not even paying attention," whatever he said. And I was like, "I am," and I was like, "But what I'm thinking of is because in the beginning, because Freddie drives the bus out in the desert with them in it,
Mhm.
I watched, and I think it was a Forensic Files episode because we all know I love true crime. There really was a case where some dude kidnapped little kids on a school bus and drove them out to the desert and buried the school bus in the desert with the kids in the bus.
Mm.
And they ended up getting out and they survived. But I was like, that's what I'm thinking of. So you think I'm not paying attention, but really I'm just thinking of true crime.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. That
Yeah.
movie is just it's one of those movies. Yeah, I actually had to watch all the extras on that one when I watched it. My friend, when we did a movie night ages and ages ago, we used to sit around and watch entire franchises before we'd move on to the next series.
Yeah.
And he's obsessed with behind the scenes and interviews and all that. He loves it. That man made me watch a 4-hour, I believe it is, documentary on all things horror movie related. Um, so yeah, I watched a lot of
Yeah.
behind the scenes, and I have to say that he was probably one of the more entertaining ones because I still to this day, I don't think out of all the movies, a lot of them weren't really supposed to be that serious. You can tell as it goes
Yeah.
on which ones are not supposed to be serious. And I think that that was really one of the ones they were like, you know what, they want us to do it. There was the Rob Zombie take on Halloween. You want me to make another one? Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Let's see what I can throw at the wall to get stick today,
Yeah.
just to piss you off and waste your money. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it still holds up. It's a cult classic. People love it. And yeah, I mean, he was supposed to be the final boy, and I appreciate that they had a final boy instead of a final girl that they were focusing on. I don't know what else to say about it. It's an entertaining movie.
Yeah. But that's what we watched. And that's why I keep yawning. I've been yawning since before we even went live because we were up so ungodly late Friday. So then yesterday we were all falling asleep. So we actually came home early yesterday. We came home at like 10, but then I stayed up to midnight because I was reading a book, and I was towards the end of the book, which I did finish today. So even though last night I got a decent amount of sleep, I think I'm still just in the hole from how little sleep I got Friday and Saturday. So that's why, like, I keep yawning because once I yawned once, I'm done for. And you saw before we even went live, I started yawning, and I was like, "Oh boy, this is it.
Oh yeah, no,
Here it
I get
comes."
it. I do the same thing all the time.
Oh,
We'll be sitting there,
yeah,
and I was like, "What are you doing? It's only like 12 o'clock in the afternoon." Yeah,
yeah,
didn't sleep great. I'll yawn all day.
yeah.
Oh
Oh.
my gosh. I just said we wanted to watch that one because it's the sexiest one. I have to say, aside from the remake, yeah, it's probably one of the most sexualized Nightmare on Elm Streets, honestly.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it really is the most, besides the remake, it is the most sexually based one. And don't get me wrong, they all have some sex scenes in all of them, but yeah, that one's the most frustrated.
Yeah. So I don't know what's on the agenda for this week. I'm sure there'll be more movies that we'll be watching. I'll have to see. I don't know. I've been trying to check them off my list to see what I have to watch. So I don't know. Um, I've been also busy. I've been playing Resident Evil 2 remake.
Hmm.
So I've been playing that, which is not Halloween related at all, but I guess it is considered a horror game.
It works. It
Yeah.
works.
So that's what I've been doing. So I don't know. I'll probably keep playing that. So that cuts into my movie time too. But
I just want to relax and watch movies when I have the time. I haven't played any
yeah.
games recently because, I don't know, I've been playing video games in real life, hunting people down, so,
Yeah.
gotta take a break every once in a while and watch other people do the slaughtering for a
Yeah.
taste.
You got to put your feet up and let them do all the work.
Yeah, nice, nice. And I've gotten Tiny Giant to watch a few movies with me recently, so that's always
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Although I she was at her uncle's house a few weeks back, and my brother called me and asked me if she could watch a horror movie, and I was like, "Well, yeah, depending on what movie it is, no problem." I mean, I'm not necessarily concerned about the violence. I'm really not. She knows how special effects are made and
Yeah.
done. I'm not worried about that. I more or less certain movies you know I would watch for the sexualized content that's involved in them. And it's like, "Can she watch this movie?" I can't remember what movie it was, and I'm like, "Yeah, sure, that's fine. There's no problem. It's so far out of left field, and there's 0 boobs in it. Like, go for it." And I guess my sister-in-law took it as, yeah, she can watch just about any horror movie. They watch Final Destination: Bloodlines. Like, yeah, yeah, maybe not the best move
Yeah.
just yet, only because now the kid's like, "Make sure you take everything off before you go in for an MRI."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh god, here we go. It started. Now she's gonna be worried." Let me break her into it. Let me
Yeah.
break her into it. You just dove right into it at first. So it's like,
Yeah.
I can't be mad because 'cause I'm the one who was like, "Yeah, sure, use your thoughts." That's what I get. She's fine though. She's fine. She's concerned when I had to have my MRI. When I came home, she was obviously fine after that. And she was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, so." I'm like, "Yeah, those things don't really." I'm not explaining to her that it happened yet. I'm gonna let her think these things are impossible for the time being. I feel like that is a much better parenting choice. Yes, I do lie to my child. I do not care. Judge me.
Excuse me. I hope I muted before I just sneezed and I
You
didn't blow all
did.
your eardrums out.
It did. That's funny.
Wait, I did as in I muted myself, or I did as in I blew your eardrums out?
Funny.
Yeah.
Broke finger. Oh yeah, that was pretty nasty.
Oh yeah, when it ripped that girl's finger. Honestly, it would have ripped it a lot quicker than it did. Um, but that was a nice touch though of the ring is what was saving her. That was a nice
Mm,
touch. But yeah, that was gross.
put glue on. Put glue on it. I wear a lot of different costumes. I've made a lot of different costumes. I own a whole lot of costumes. Putting glue on it though.
Are you talking about like she has to glue the costume to herself?
I don't glue costumes to me. I'll tape them to me. And even then, I normally don't do that. I don't paint. Sometimes keep things stuck too. Yes, I will paint myself. I don't care. Latex will get everything to stick to you.
Okay, so I was looking up before and I found something that I know you're going to ace, but I thought this would be fun to see if you can get these correct or not. So hold on.
Okay.
So I found um I got some trivia questions for you.
Okay.
Okay? So I have horror movie taglines and horror movie film quotes. So I'm thinking to go with the film quotes 'cause I feel like the taglines, like, of course, it's easy. Of course, you're going to get it.
Yeah, I think taglines might be a little too
Even though
easy.
film quotes, I feel like you're going to get these, but I think there's a chance that you won't get them. Right?
Yeah. And
And hold on, does this even give me the answers? Hold on. Hold on.
and Sir X-Men, yes, I have glued
Okay.
things to my face. I do that often, actually. It's easy sometimes, depending on what you're trying, the effects you're going for. It's much easier to do those things. Especially if you want to last all night, it's best
Yeah.
to glue things to your face. I sweat a lot down here, so it doesn't really bother me peeling it off at the end of the night. Because by the end of the night, especially if I have a full face on, it's come off, like, all right
Yeah.
here and anywhere sweat would, like, pool in the lower face area, so I just stick my hands under there and just start peeling it off. And it's a beautiful facial, your skin is so soft afterwards, oh my god. I don't have to worry about looking for any hairs growing in wrong places because
Yeah.
it just rips it right out for
God.
me, no problem. So, I appreciate gluing things.
Okay. So I have movie quotes.
Okay.
I have not seen most of these movies, so I'm gonna read you the quote, and who knows if I'm gonna read it anywhere close to how it would have been in the movie, but that's what's gonna make it more difficult. Okay?
Okay. Alright.
Do you want me to give you 3 choices, or do you just wanna try to guess it outright?
Let me try and guess it outright first, and then maybe if I get stuck, I'll ask for a hint. And
Okay.
I can have up to 3 hints before I just have to pass.
Okay.
Take the loss.
Alright, so like I said, the how I say these quotes, I'm just gonna go for it, okay?
Yeah. Alright.
They will say that I have shed innocent blood. What's blood for if not for shedding? What's blood for if not for shedding?
I wanna say that's a Hellraiser movie.
It is not a Hellraiser movie. Your three choices.
Okay. Alright.
Um and okay, so it's people from the movie. Obviously, it doesn't who cares who said it. It'll be from the movie. Saw from 2004,
Mhm.
Candyman from 1992, or Bram Stoker's Dracula from 1992.
Candyman.
Yes. Candyman said that quote. Don't know what he's talking about, but apparently blood is for shedding. Okay. You know that part in scary movies when someone does something really stupid and everyone hates them for it? This is it.
I know this one. Oh my god. Jeepers Creepers.
Yes, Trish from Jeepers Creepers said that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm impressed that you got that.
I remember because that was actually the best line in the entire movie because I remember watching it in the theater and going, "Oh my god, yes! We hate you!" And then he falls down there anyway. Jackass. He deserved it. He deserved his death. It should have come sooner and a lot slower at that.
Oh. Stevie Mack is 2 for 2. He's guessing Ernest Goes to Camp. He is just killing it with I like it.
I see it. Good job. Good job.
Okay. What have you done to him? What have you done to his eyes, you maniacs?
I wanna say that is the new Wrong Turn.
No, I actually got this right for my 3 choices.
Uh,
Um, and it's obvious that I'm not an actress, but your 3 choices are Rosemary's Baby from 1968, The Strangers from 2008,
Rosemary's
or
Baby.
yep,
At the very end, she's talking to the cultist after she sees her kid up. Yeah, should have known that. Should have done that. I watched that one while pregnant. Not a good move on my
yeah,
part.
not a good movie to watch when you're pregnant.
Not a good. You know what? I went through all. I made a really. Who am I kidding? I made a series of bad decisions while pregnant. I got this idea that I was going to watch old horror movies, and I watched Rosemary's Baby, The Almond, and something else. And I needed to watch Disney after that because
Yeah,
I was like,
don't
I'm
watch the
getting
pregnant lady
sick
movies.
places. Yeah, I thought for sure I was gonna give birth to the Antichrist for
So not having to do with movies, but fun fact, I had surgery like I don't even know how many years ago, but I was watching Law and Order and I had started episode 1 and I'm just watching all the way through. So it's the night before my surgery and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch one more episode, but I really should go to bed. And I was like debating. I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna be home recovering. I'll be able to watch movies or be watch more episodes of Law and Order. So had the surgery. Everything goes fine. Great. I'm home recovering. I go to watch the next episode. The lady has the exact surgery that I had. Her character's name was my name, and she died because the sales rep did the surgery to like show the new equipment and they killed her in surgery.
oh,
And I was like, thank God I did not watch this episode. Thank God I went to bed. But like she even had my name. That was the kicker. She had my name, and I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe this.
oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
that would be a bit much for me. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna have to reschedule. I hope nobody minds.
Oh,
Let's just
I
do
that would have been if I would have watched the day before that would have been horrible. That would have been absolutely horrible. So thank God the universe was like, you need to go to bed.
that.
Yeah.
That's too funny.
Okay, so this one you better get. Even I see. Okay, so Rosemary's Baby, I took an educated guess. This one I knew without a doubt. So this one I hope you get.
Okay.
Get into the character here. You let him drown. You never paid any attention. Look what you did to him.
Oh no, I don't. Friday the 13th.
Yes, Mrs. Voorhees.
Talking to the last camper. Alice, you let him drown. They were watching him.
Stevie Mac was so close. He guessed Flubber. So close. Okay. I don't even know how to read this one. I can't even like picture because I don't know. This is like a quiz. I have to click to see if the answer's right. So I don't know who's saying this. So I don't know like what the character would sound like. Um, so I'm just gonna say it. He thrusts his fists against the post and still insists he sees the ghosts. That just sounds like a really dumb line, I have to say. Frank guessed 50 Shades of Grey.
Honestly,
do you want me to give you
yeah,
the 3 choices?
yeah. Give me three choices because I'm having a hard time with that one.
Insidious from 2010, The Haunting from 1963, or It from 2017.
This one I'm only guessing because I genuinely can't think of it, but I'm gonna guess The Haunting.
No, it was from It from 2017. The character's Bill Denbrough. I I saw that movie. I
I
don't
have it.
remember it, and that just sounds
Yeah,
really dumb. Like, why is a kid saying that? I don't
I
know.
own those movies. I honestly do not remember that line
Yeah,
being said. It's
yeah,
weird.
yeah.
Weird.
Okay. This one, yeah, I think you'll get this one. Just based on the three choices. No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
Oh, Hellraiser.
Like I
That's
said, that one I
Hellraiser.
was like,
Oh
the
yeah.
choices they gave for that were Hellraiser, Saw, or Candyman. I was like,
I've
okay,
used
she's
that
got to get that.
line. I've used that line on people when they start crying. Yeah, no, that's one of my favorites. I listen, the Hellraiser movies, not the best by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm gonna tell you what, Pinhead has the best lines in cinematic history. Period. That man has said some awesome lines. God, there is no God here. I could watch this. There's a video of just Pinhead scenes condensed and just fuck the
Yeah.
rest of the movies. Watch that. That's all you need right there.
I've never seen any of the Hellraiser movies.
They say you don't have to. Just Pinhead. Just
Yeah.
his presence alone was just
I'll watch
commanding.
the like 7 minute Pinhead and Hellraiser in 7 minutes. I'll watch that version. But okay. Next one. Okay, I'm drawing a line in the fucking sand here. Do not read the Latin.
Oh, Cabin in the Woods.
It was. I don't remember if I saw that movie or not.
Marty is the smartest horror movie character that also is nothing but a stoner in the history of movies ever. Only one he says was something smart. It's like, do not go down there. Why are we going down here?
I love Stevie Mac is great. I love the guesses that he's making. I mean, obviously he's just making funny guesses. That was my favorite. He gets cool runnings. I think that might be my favorite guess.
uh,
Oh, that was a good one. Okay, who's next here? Let's see here. It's Halloween. Everyone's entitled to one good scare.
Halloween,
Yeah.
1978, and
Share. Yep.
again in 2018, and again in Halloween H2O, and it's in the movie series a whole lot.
Yeah.
I think it's set in almost every one of them, to be honest. I know it's set in every one with Jamie Lee Curtis in it.
Okay. Okay. And this one, okay, so I've never seen the movie, so I don't know. Again, I don't know how it's said. So why can't you just be normal?
That's set in quite a few things.
I know that's kind of a generic quote there. Do you want the choices?
Okay, yeah, let's give me the choices.
Okay. Psycho from 1960, The Haunting from 1963, or The Babadook from 2014.
The Babadook.
It is, and I don't know if that's how you even say it, but yes.
No, I get that.
The Rugrats movie. They probably said that to Angelica. That was Stevie Mac's guess.
They're coming to get you, Barbara. They're coming. Here they are now.
I've never seen the Babadook. I have to Google what he looks like again to refresh my memory. Because I'm going to see it and be like, oh, yeah, that thing. Okay. Never saw it. Okay. Next one.
Great.
I'm coming apart. Oh, mother of God, I'm coming apart. It was a really crappy reading of that, but that's, I'm not getting an Oscar over here. I actually got this one right.
Hey, what are my choices?
The Fly from 1986, An American Werewolf in London from 1981, or The Amityville Horror from 1979.
I feel like that's The Fly.
It's from Amityville Horror. George
Shit.
Lutz said it.
Might have to go watch the movies again. Damn.
Yeah.
Been a while. I probably haven't watched Amityville Horror in over 20 years now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Been a long time.
I've watched it within the past year for the only time. Finally watched it.
That's funny.
Okay.
Ages ago.
That house is not fit to live in. No one's been able to live in it. It doesn't want people.
That one, I don't know. What are my choices?
See, now we're getting tough. The Haunting from 1963, The Changeling from 1980, The Conjuring from 2013.
The Conjuring.
It was from The Changeling. Minnie Huxley said it.
I never saw The Changeling.
And she's an old lady. That's why I kind of said it like that.
Just saw that one. Never would have got that one.
Okay. A boy's best friend is his mother.
Psycho.
Yep. I actually got that wrong. I guessed it was Damien from The Omen. Although, why would Damien have said it? He wouldn't have said it. I should have looked at who they put. Okay. This one I think I know the answer to. Sometimes dead is better.
Sometimes they come back.
What?
Sometimes they come back.
Is that the next line that he says after that?
No, it's.
Or is that is it the name of a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that was the name of a movie.
Yeah.
Well, no, because then.
Oh, it's Pet Sematary.
Yes. Yes, Pet Sematary.
In my defense, they say that in both of those movies. Because sometimes they come back is dead people coming back.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's Judd Crandall from Pet Sematary, which he is the judge from My Cousin Vinny, and he's Herman Munster for the Munsters. That's who the actor is.
I loved him.
Yes.
He was so good. Such a good actor. I loved him in the Monsters. Yeah, he is amazing.
Okay, this one I think you're going to get to. Smile, you son of a bitch.
What are my choices? I do know this one now.
It from 2017.
Yeah, it's it.
Well, Scream from 1996. Jaws from 1975.
Jaws.
Yes, it was Jaws. Cerebral Paul got it.
Really Jaws, yeah.
Oh, Fred Gwynne. That's the actor's name from Pet Sematary, My Cousin Vinny, Herman Munster, Fred Gwynne. I watched like a little mini documentary on him. It was pretty good.
I love the Monsters, so that show is one of my favorites growing up.
Okay, so this is the last one. It's not the house that's haunted. It's your son.
That is oh shit, give me a second. I know this. I'm just trying to think of the name of it. It's the fucking red door one. The Conjuring. I can't think of the name of it. They did a whole bunch of those stupid movies too. Okay, give me the name. Give me the name.
Insidious from 2010. Yes.
Insidious.
You were going to get it anyways because the choices were Insidious, The Conjuring, or Amityville Horror.
I knew it was Insidious. I couldn't remember the name. Listen, the year that movie came out, there were like a whole bunch of paranormal movies that came out. It is so hard to keep the name straight of those movies. So hard.
So okay, so that was the horror quiz. You got almost all of them right though, which I knew that you would. Do you want to know? Do you want the quiz for the taglines?
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Hold on. This has the answers like at the bottom. So, I mean, I'm assuming that you know all the answers, but you're going to give me a second here to let me copy them so we can easily find them in case we need them. Okay. The other one, like, I got to click on it, would tell me if it was right or wrong, give me the right answer. Okay, so this is the tagline from the movie, right? So it has a movie title, the tagline below it.
Yeah.
And there's 4 choices if you do need choices.
Okay.
If this picture doesn't make your skin crawl, it's on too tight.
No.
I've never even heard of this movie.
Give me the names.
Okay, your choices are Black Christmas from 74, Sinister from 2012, Tremors from 1990, or Slither from 2006.
Slither?
No, it's Black Christmas. Do you even know what
Really?
that movie is?
I do. Is it
Okay.
from the remake? Which remake is it from? Is it from one of the remakes?
It doesn't say. It just has the answer as
Oh,
Black Christmas 1974.
okay, so it's not the remake. Okay, I did not. That is a weird ass tagline for Black Christmas. That
What is that movie even about? Like I said, I've never heard of it.
a killer going to a sorority house.
Oh,
I, huh?
this is a really weird tagline.
Okay, that's just
Okay. All right.
that's
Number
just
2.
weird.
Who will survive and what will be left of them?
What are the choices on that one?
It Follows from 2015, Carrie from 1976, Night of the Living Dead from 1986, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974.
What was the tagline again?
Who will survive and what will be left of them? I actually guessed this one correctly because it was a guess.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yep,
Well, I'm
Texas
surprised.
Chainsaw.
I'm
Yep.
really surprised. That was a complete guess. I honestly do not know what the tagline is for that movie. I thought it was something like based on a true
Oh,
story.
yeah.
Could
Okay.
have told my entire life.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
Night of the Living Dead. No, shit.
Nope.
That is from a Romero movie, though. Dawn of the Dead?
Yes, Dawn of the Dead from 1978. Stevie Mac knows this. He didn't know the quotes, but he got this one. Okay. If this one doesn't scare you, you're already dead.
Okay, what are my choices?
I'm glad that this is harder than I thought.
I honestly don't even remember hearing most of these.
I guess because who pays attention to it, right? Okay, so if this one doesn't scare you, you're already dead. Choices are The Omen from 76, It's Alive from 74, The Hills Have Eyes from 77, or Phantasm from 79.
I'm gonna say it's either The Hills Have Eyes or Phantasm.
It's Phantasm. I don't even know what that is, but
That seems about right. What
Stevie
that
Mac and
movie
Sir
is.
X-Man both got that one. Okay. Take Me to Your Teacher.
What are my choices? I think I have a clue, but
Oh.
what are my choices?
Okay. Prom Night from 1980, The Faculty from 1998, Final Exam from 1981, or Graduation Day from 1981.
Just using my deduction skills here, because I honestly don't remember this one. The Faculty?
Yep. Another movie I've never even heard of.
I recently watched it. I believe it's on YouTube for free right now,
Oh,
on YouTube Movies, believe it or not. I still don't remember the tagline. It's the only one I know they kill the teachers.
yeah. Well, now you know it. All right. The Night He Came Home.
Oh, that's Halloween.
Yep. In space, no one can hear you scream.
Alien.
Okay.
Some of them I know real well because they were real popular, and like I'm surprised some of these I've never paid attention to
Yeah.
or heard. Some of them, yeah, I know them obvious.
Okay. The only thing more terrifying than the last 12 minutes of this film are the first 82. No, first 92. I can't even read. So the only thing more terrifying than the last 12 minutes of this film are the first 92.
What are the choices?
Jaws from 75, The Grudge from 2004, They Live from 88, or I can't even pronounce this, Suspiria from 77.
Suspiria?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheekly. I can't even pronounce that either. What the heck is Suspiria?
Um,
Get another one I never heard of.
witches cult at a ballet school
Oh,
feeding off of
okay.
you.
Okay.
Very beautiful. The colors are beautiful. It's okay.
So this is a gimme because this was a quote in a movie and apparently it's a tagline. Sometimes dead is better.
Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, we just went over this one.
Yeah.
Okay. This time it's personal. I'll, I'll give you the choices for this one.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling this has to be a tagline for like multiple things.
Yeah.
Okay. But you have to hear all the choices before you answer.
Okay.
Jaws, Jaws 3, Jaws the Revenge, Jaws 2.
Gosh.
So it's 1, 2, 3, the Revenge. This time it's personal.
Jaws Revenge?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's a tagline for a whole bunch of movies.
That's why I said I have to read the choices because I just figured that's got it. There's no way that's not the tagline for something else. It has to be. That's like too generic of a tagline.
That
You
is
know.
perfect.
Cerebral
Revenge, the
Paw said
shark that
revenge, the shark
roared.
that roared.
I think that's my favorite thing in the whole movie.
Yeah.
That is the funniest thing because it does roar. It's so funny.
Okay. They're here.
Oh, that would. No, hold on. Just talking about this stupid movie. Why is say the names? Because the names escaped. Poltergeist. Thank you, Stevie man.
Yes.
I knew it. I just get.
Yes. Poltergeist from 82.
That stupid
Okay.
clown. I've talked about that clown recently because somebody wanted to make that puppet clown thing, and they were that stupid clown.
Okay. Herbert West has a good head on his shoulders and another one on his desk.
The dentist?
Nope.
No, that's not it. Okay, what are my choices?
It Comes at Night from 2017. Motel Hell from 80. Little Shop of Horrors from 86. Or Reanimator from 85.
Animator.
Yep, Cerebral Paul got it. Before I read the choices. You have the right to remain silent forever.
Choices.
7 from 95. A Quiet Place from 2018. Maniac Cop from 88. Or Hush from 2016.
Maniac Cop?
Yes. These are, like I said, these are movies I didn't even know were a thing. I think Stevie Mac said Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. That is an appropriate tagline for that movie.
It would be. It would be.
Yes.
Especially the original darkness
Oh,
behind it. Yeah.
yeah.
Johnny Depp was much more bubbly and light, even though people think it is. I think it is much more
Yeah.
child friendly, in my opinion.
You'll wish it was only make believe.
I've actually heard of this one. I know this one. Where are the choices?
Goosebumps from 2015. Child's Play from 88. The Boy from 2016. Or Annabelle from 2014. You'll wish it was only make believe.
Child? No. It's not Child's Play, is it?
Yep, it's
Is
Child's
it
Play.
Child's Play?
Yep.
Shit, I would have sworn that it was something to do with, having your buddy for life or some while.
That's the Chucky movie, right? Child's Play?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
I have any names for that one.
The Shining from 1980. Psycho from 1960. The Fly from 1986. Or Crawl from 2019. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Crawl.
No, it was The Fly,
Really?
which shocks
Yeah.
me. I've seen the 1986 version of The Fly.
Yeah.
That's not what I would think would be a tagline for it.
I
Shock.
did not think that was the tagline for The Fly either. I actually
Yeah.
got to walk through The Fly prop. I did not know that was a thing.
So, all right. Where shopping costs you an arm and a leg.
Oh, Chopping Mall.
Yep. I didn't even Chopping Mall was a movie from 1986.
If
I,
you,
I like how you knew that was just like right at the tip of your tongue. You were ready to go with it.
I watched that one again recently too.
Okay, that's why. All right. Um, you'll never close your eyes again.
Never sleep. I thought you never sleep again would be Nightmare on Elm Street, so I don't think it's that. All right, what are my choices?
Invasion of the Body Snatchers from 1978. Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984. Pitch Black from 2000. The Conjuring from 2013. You'll never close your eyes again.
Maybe it is Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nope, it was Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
That's the tagline for that movie?
Yeah.
Shit. What are they? Cocaine. Let's just be honest with ourselves. They were on cocaine. Because I don't know how else they got that one from there, but okay.
The tagline, yeah, Never Sleep Again for Nightmare on Elm Street 2010. 1984, Don't Fall Asleep, Welcome to Your Nightmare. So you were right about what the Elm Street tagline would be.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember, yeah, the Never Sleep Again, things like that, but don't close your eyes. It just seems,
Yeah.
although it makes sense when you know why or what gave him the idea for the movie in the first place. It
Yeah.
makes sense. I don't know.
Okay, so we're down to the final three. Pay to get in, pray to get out.
What are my three choices for that?
Okay. The Innkeepers from 2011, The Funhouse from 1981, Hostel from 2005, or Sleepaway Camp from 1983. Pay to get in, pray to get out.
I know it's not Hostel.
Innkeepers, Hostel, Funhouse, Sleepaway Camp.
It's not Sleepaway Camp.
It's the Funhouse.
The Funhouse? Okay, that makes sense. I've never seen that one, I don't think.
I haven't. All right. Man is the warmest place to hide.
Well, that just sounds weird. I'm gonna need I'm gonna need help with that one. That's just weird.
Rosemary's Baby from 68.
Yeah, no.
Aliens from 86. The Thing from 82. The Wicker Man from 73. Man is the warmest place to hide.
The Thing?
Yes.
Again, did not know that was the tagline. I thought it was something like, keep your eyes on your friends and an even closer eye on your enemies. Like, even closer
Nope,
on the
some weirder.
strangers.
Some creepy. But creepy in a different way.
This sounds
Okay.
wrong.
The last one. The ultimate experience in grueling terror.
Okay, what are my choices?
Your all-time favorite new movie, Paranormal Activity from 2007. The Evil Dead from 81. The Witch from 2015. Or Scanners from 81. The ultimate experience in grueling terror.
Scanners?
Nope. It was Evil Dead.
That makes perfect sense on that one,
I'm
honestly.
surprised you didn't get that. I thought for sure you were gonna get that one.
You know, I only watched Evil Dead for the very first time. Shit, probably 15 years ago,
Okay.
and I've watched it randomly here and there. I've never even seen a movie poster to it before that. So
Yeah.
yeah, that one just whoo. Listen, it took me a little while before I found out that Evil Dead 1 and Evil Dead 2 are the same movie, just with a bigger budget. Took me even longer to figure
Yeah.
out that it's supposed to be the same guy, but the whole thing is just a mess.
Oh. Overall, though, you did good. You did good on both the taglines and the movie quotes. Just as I expected, you did a great job.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, that's funny. Those taglines, man, those
That's
were
harder than I
much
thought.
harder than I
Yeah.
expected them to be. I honestly expected that one to be kind of like a breeze.
Yeah, that's why I was like, we'll do it if we have time, because I thought, like, oh, she's going to blow right through them.
I'm surprised because I mean, some of those I don't even remember even seeing on movie
Yeah.
posters, and I remember watching some of those in the theater. I don't remember seeing them on the posters. So pretty cool though. Nice test.
Yeah.
Just fun. Too fun. That's funny.
Well,
But
it is midnight.
yes, it is. And we should probably get going so
Yes.
people can go to sleep. They got stuff to do and whatnot. I have to go terrorize villagers. It's
Yes.
that
Gonna do
time.
some more haunting tonight.
Nothing
Yes,
better
well,
than terrorizing people in the dark.
yes. Thank you everyone for hanging out. And thank you for X-Men, even though I don't know what the thing is, whether you became a member, you were a member, whatever it is, you gave us a special chat earlier, so we thank you for that. Thank you everyone else for hanging out, for participating. I enjoyed the guesses. And I love that even when you don't guess funny things, I love it. I like it. It's hilarious. So thank you.
This is a good night. Good times. Good
Yes.
times. For sure. Have to think of something interesting for next week. I'm sure it'll come to me eventually. But that all being said, we'll let you guys get going. We're going to go do some stuff. And we'll be back next week with
Yes.
more chaos reigning supreme. So, with that being said, I'm Death Dealer.
And I'm Pink Pickles.
See you guys later.
Bye.